Welcome to Drum and Drummer, a podcast focused on drums, drumming and drummers. I'm George Pickering and that's Ben Winty, and we are both professional drummers in this business we call music. So stick around and join us as we pass the time whilst trying to stay in time.
But then you could see his trousers starting to fall down as he was getting in his chair, and you're like, oh God, no. Good morning, it's Drum and Drummer, and I believe we're both in a very good mood.
We are in a good mood. That's weird, though, that you said good morning, because that threw me off a little bit.
Yes.
Because I don't know if we've done many evening recordings.
No.
And that threw me off, because you always just say good morning. And it's
yeah,
like
and it
10
works
AM.
because
and it works.
it usually is
it works
morning.
With the title.
Works with the title. Fly up the flagpole, see if the cat sucks you off. You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then, but the podcast does come out in the morning. But obviously, we're not accounting for people who might listen in the afternoon at 6 a.m. on the dot. So, yes, because this is the afternoon, I wasn't sure whether to expect a dressing gown. Well,
no. Is it, though? What's your cut-off point?
Oh, well, this is
evening?
the thing, you see, because you said, can we do evenings? I've got a new job. Can we do evenings? Yeah, I could do some evenings. Sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I asked
you did
how
say
early.
You were quite elusive. You didn't make it sound like you can always do evenings, so I think we'll have to have a discussion on what we do.
Well, I
going
think
forward.
my response is meant to indicate evenings are fine.
Yeah.
But maybe not all the time.
Yeah, if you've got food shop to do.
Yeah, food shop, darts to watch.
Right,
you know,
yeah.
Things like that.
Yeah.
Things like that.
Yeah.
Because the whole point of me leaving the blacksmiths was to spend more time at home in the evening
I know,
with
this
my
is
partner.
it.
Yeah.
And then I come along. A single man comes along. Hey, do you want to do stuff every evening?
So yes,
I'm
and
lonely.
I said, how early can you do?
Yeah.
And you actually surprised me with, I could do 4:30. I could be back ready, set up.
The job's a
4:30.
joke. I finish at 4 at the job, so yeah, absolutely.
Absolute joke. So, I mean, is this evening or is it afternoon?
Wow, I don't know.
I think I'd have to say late afternoon.
Yeah, I think I would. I think. Yeah, go on.
Does definition of evening change with the seasons?
Yeah, I was going to say that.
I'd say in the height of summer, 5 p.m.
No.
Yeah,
at
the very most, you're borderline.
Mm.
Go down to winter, broccoli. 5 p.m. It's evening, isn't it?
When your voice is going to change, your face does this thing.
Screenshot that.
Yeah.
Screenshot that. Put it on Instagram.
I'd say when I was a kid, I used to do it on whenever I'd have my tea or dinner, you know, which was always 5 on the dot. My mum would do dinner for 5. Which
we were 5:35.
Well, yeah.
Neighbours.
I feel like it was 5. Maybe as we got older, maybe it was 5:30. But either way, it was probably like in my head, it was like afternoon, dinner, evening. You know, like dinner's almost like a part of the day. And I used to base a lot around dinner. I used to be like, well, I can't start that. Dinner's in an hour. You know what I mean?
Well, I think
I still do that.
Yeah, dinner is an integral part of the day. Sometimes the only thing you got.
In lockdown times, it was like, what am I having for dinner? You know, and it would be like a center point of a day. And do you know what annoys me? It shouldn't, but I feel like I'm not alone in this. Is thinking of things to have for dinner. You know, because breakfast and lunch you can have the same every day, and no one bats an eyelid. But if you have the same dinner every night, you're a fucking psychopath. You know what I mean? But
well, I'd be slightly different to you then, because I find lunch the most awkward of meals.
Do you?
Because dinners,
I've
got like 4 things. Rotate them.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
You know,
I know you do.
Yeah.
I was thinking about you today. I got to tell you, I was eating a nectarine, and it was a bit bitter, and I was like, let's just get through it. And I remembered that's how you eat an apple. I used to watch, for listeners, Ben eat his lunch a lot, you know, when we'd have lunch together at the studio. He'd eat an apple like it was a chore, you know, just like really quick, just get it through, da la 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 la. And then he'd get his chocolate mousse out. I've never seen someone, you know, enjoy a chocolate mousse quite that much, you know.
Yeah,
and
you
could
really
see
is the
which
epitome
bits you
of
enjoyed.
doing your homework, then playing football.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, there's some green shit. Get that. You know, go out for a meal and there's some salad. That's going down straight away.
Yeah.
Get rid of that. I'll eat it, sure. You know, I think. my bleeding arsehole dictates I probably should eat some greenery. And then you're into the fun stuff.
Exactly.
You're into the fun stuff.
I often eat the salad whilst preparing the dinner, so then I don't have to have it, with dinner. If I'm making
He's grazing.
With
He's
pasta.
a grazer.
Yeah. I'll just chop a bit of cucumber up and some carrots, and it's like that's that done. And you can forget about it and sit down and watch Tyres.
All 5 cookies.
Yeah, actually, you joke. Last night I was very proud of my meal. I made like rice with like some corn bits and tried to make a nice soy sauce thing with it. And then I also had about 11 chocolate hobnobs. So I'm like, I don't know. I think that balances that out. Cancels that out. And to think I was worried we wouldn't have anything to talk about.
Absolutely, yeah.
What do you want to begin with?
Well, I'll start with. I'm quite. Although I'm very perky in my mood.
Yeah.
I've had an incredibly productive day. Things have gone very well. Yet I am only surviving on 3 hours of sleep. And I think maybe that's what's causing it, because I'm delirious with.
Yeah. Maybe that's
sleep.
how Elliot works. Elliot, if you're listening,
I don't think he sleeps at all. I think there is.
I don't think he does. No. He'll send me a voice note past midnight, and then I'm aware that he wakes up at 6 to do at least one CrossFit class before knocking down some trees or whatever he does. So, but if you've cracked the code and that's, if you're perky on 3 hours.
Maybe one day it'll just hit him. I had this mate at uni. He's one of the nickname tattoo crew. He's the guy who's like Stifler. He shout out of a window, all that sort of stuff. Ate too much TGI Fridays and had to be sick whilst laying with a lady.
Yeah, I remember that one. That was a good one.
Yeah. He ate too much beef. He had to go to hospital.
It's the same guy.
Yeah, same guy. Same guy. And he is real. And I'm pretty sure he's emigrated to Canada and he's married and I think he's got kids. And he, met this partner. He always used to go to Canada. I think his parents moved out there and they had a house out there.
Yeah.
And I think his plan was always to go there. And he's obviously met this, lovely lady and he's married and having a family life. But what's great is that I know he has a tattoo of his nickname on his arse.
Yeah.
And I know what he's done before he met this lady. And I don't know if she knows. And I like to think she doesn't.
Yeah.
And what was I talking about him? Oh, yeah. But he would he'd always, he came back to uni after Christmas with some like dumbbells or something. Yeah. And what he'd do is he would eat like shit, but he would just do loads of arm workouts. So he was kind of like this little pigeon-chested guy with no abs or anything, but really strong shoulders and arms. And we just would constantly say that, like, at some point, his belly is going to collapse and he's just going to have this. Eventually, it will all catch up and he'll just have these really big arms and then just this fat belly. And, you wonder with Elliot, at some point, is it all going to give way? Probably
no, I don't
not,
think so.
Because he's in absolute tip-top shape.
He does a bit of everything, though, doesn't he? Do you know what I mean? It's not just arms. And I assume he eats quite well. I don't really know. I know he's big on his protein. Anyway, we don't need to
I mean,
talk about Elliot a lot.
What it does is it really confuses my mind because I try to eat well. I really don't. C'est la vie. But then you see Elliot looking like he does.
I know where you're going with this.
And he has 2 McDonald's for lunch.
But
2 full large meals.
Yeah.
Of course, he's going to do a massive workout and burn all that off, whereas I will sit down, more often than not, lie down.
Yeah.
And just watch telly. So it is different. It is different. Anyway, let's move on. I'm delirious with lack of sleep. Because I had a gig. I had a Monday night wedding. Wedding.
Love that.
Up in Gloucester sort of way. You know what I mean?
Doesn't matter. It's Monday, baby.
Yeah. It was a bit of a weird gig, but it was all good. We thought it would be more difficult than it was. Turned out it was kind of okay. Now, we believe it was the groom's dad was in a wheelchair. Mm-hmm. Okay. And we start playing. We're doing some older sort of classics to start with. Even though it's freshman year, they wanted a bit more neutral stuff. Save the pop punk. Dad comes on the dance floor. He's in his little suit. Yeah. He's got his little tie on his waistcoat. He starts doing wheelies. He's doing wheelies. Everyone's loving it. Woo, you know. You know what's coming. You know what's coming. And I thought, in my brain, if he falls off the wheelchair, great for the pod.
Yeah.
And playing, he's doing wheelies. I look at my chart. I look back. He's on the floor. He's come out. He's absolutely stacked it out of his wheelchair. And we're playing Rockstar by Nickelback, yeah? Nickelback. And Neil afterwards was like, I don't know whether we should have stopped or not. Or I didn't.
Yeah.
I would never crossed my mind stopping.
No.
The only thing I was thinking of was, don't laugh. Don't laugh. Because then it was quite, people were struggling to get him back up, you know, in the chair. You know, he was a bit of the old Ed Sheeran song, his legs don't work, you know, like they used to before.
Yeah.
And it was quite just awkward. But, you know, when you go, don't laugh,
Yeah.
and you
then
start
everything's
going,
funny. Yeah.
and you just
Did
watch
you
it.
have?
And then as he was trying to get in and get help, people didn't know whether to help him or not. You know, you don't want to be patronising to the man.
No.
But then you could see his trousers started to fall down as he was getting in his chair, and you're like, oh, God, no.
I think did you make eye contact with Neil? Because if you do, that's
No,
game
I
over
looked
at that
down.
point.
I looked down at my legs.
Yeah, absolutely.
Couldn't look at anyone else. Yeah.
No. The second you look at something, that is it.
Yeah.
That is done.
But anyway, that's why I'm tired.
Wow.
But it's been very productive because Little Piggy Studios, my new studio, it is coming together nicely.
Should we have a quick recap of that? I mean, I know everyone knows. Sorry, I might have cut out a bit. Sorry. Start again. Edit that. I might have dropped out. Should we have a quick recap of what Little Piggy is? What you're doing again? Just
yes. So I've been running the old Blacksmith Studios in Hilsey for quite a while. I'm closing that down. Various reasons. But I am building a new recording studio in the garage in my new house. Been planning it for ages. Work started 10 days ago maybe. And the guys who are coming in and doing it, they are fast, they are good. Not cheap, but worth every penny. And progress. And it's that weird thing of like, you know, you plan something for so long, you picture it in your head. I had to do so much planning and logistics to make, you know, to get it right, because you're trying to get other people to create your vision. So even just details of like when you need certain things, the space you need, where the acoustic panels are going, where the backlights are going, where the plug sockets are going, internet, you know, all these things. But it's going really well. So day one of the build, the carpet joiners were in, timber frames. Day 1 and 2, timber frames up, build those rooms within a room. Those rooms within a room. So that was the first 2 days. Then it came back the following Monday. That was all the insulation and the ventilation went in. And then that was sort of, they put in door frames for the glass sliding doors between the rooms. They put in the door frame for the second entrance door. A few days off, and then the electricians have been in, so they've running new power from the house all the way around the house, through the garden, into the garage, into the storage area. That's all wired. We got the wires set up for the video camera, floodlights over the cars, plug sockets, double Ethernet coming from the house as well. That's all sorted. That's all done. And then this week, the boarding guy has been in, so now the plasterboard is going up. So
nice.
It was because we want the soundproofing to be as good as possible, and I'm paying through the nose for the best system. So on top of the timber frames goes this, like, it's called the Reducto clip system, and these kind of clip things, and they go on the timber, and every connection is like got isolation strips on it to stop energy transferring from surface to surface, and then these like metal furring bars clip into them, and then the first layer of plasterboard gets screwed into those, so the plasterboard never touches the wooden frame.
Oh wow.
And also the new timber frames of the rooms are all separated to the existing structure with isolation strips as well. So all the clips and fairing, they sort of went up yesterday, and he's been in today putting the plasterboard up. It's one layer of 15mm acoustic plasterboard. Then we have a layer of what's called Flexi Sound, which is this 5mm thick rubber, and it is so heavy, it's insane. So you've got these rolls, right, about a metre wide, and they're not too big. They are fucking heavy to lift. So heavy. So that goes on, that sort of sticks on. This is walls and ceiling. And then a second layer, 15mm plasterboard as well. So the control room is pretty much done.
Yeah.
So then we've got the live room to go tomorrow and Thursday, and probably Friday. And then there's like a storage area at the back of the garage that's got a separate timber frame stud wall, and then that's just going to have a double layer of plasterboard on. So do everything we can to make it as soundproof as possible.
Yeah.
Because obviously I want to play the drums
Yeah.
in the live room. So, but even before any of the plasterboard or that clip system or anything went on, just when it was the timber frames and the insulation, I placed my partner in the middle of the room, and it even still single door in the middle of the studio, and I shut the door and I was like, sing.
Yeah.
And she's a good singer, you know her.
Absolutely. Yeah, yeah.
She belted out a song. I could not hear her at all.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not saying she's got the power of a snare drum.
I was going to say, are you saying she's got a weak voice? Is that what you're saying?
Absolutely
to your
not.
partner?
Absolutely
On
not.
here,
Absolutely
and I know
not.
she listens to this.
Absolutely
Sounds
not.
like you are.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You've got an incredible voice. Power.
Does sound like that's what you're
grace. But couldn't hear at all. Am I saying, does she have the impact of a Mapex cherry bomb? That maybe, we're not sure.
Wow.
We'll do a test.
Degraded.
We'll do a test.
Yeah,
So yeah, that's all been going well. But what also that means is I've got to be up at 6:30 in the morning because trades, they like to start early. They live a very opposite life to the musician, you know. So I was home at 3, up at 6:30. Yeah, it's very tired. But this morning as well, so got him set up. I went back to the blacksmiths and I got the final room down.
Wow.
There are now no more rooms in that studio.
Oh my God.
So that is, it's just so many. There was the old recording studio upstairs, which was basically 3 rooms. There was rehearsal room 3. There was a store cupboard. There was an office. And there was the control room and live room at the back. And the control room and live room at the back were not just rooms with the same kind of setup of, double plasterboard, timber frames, insulation. When I did Project Raven, when I did move the recording studio downstairs all those years ago, 7 years ago, they built new false walls and ceiling in. So those rooms I had 2 ceilings to get through.
And you had some polycylindrical bass traps.
I certainly did. I did.
I remember that word. And
you can now find them at Groove Garden Studios, Brighton.
Really?
Yeah, they bought them off me. Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
So I've now got to the point, George, where I feel like that's such a weight off the shoulders. There's still lots to do, but because technically I'm meant to be out this Friday.
Oh, wow.
But there's still a little bit of timber just holding the stairs up. But I can just take that to the tip myself. That's fine. Cheeky, but I will. But now there's I've finished filling up wood skips. That's the wood skips done.
Yeah.
And then I've got a new plasterboard skip coming because there's a bit of plasterboard and some stuff on the walls, just a little bit on the walls. But then that'll be all the plasterboard done.
Wow.
And then I've got someone coming down tomorrow to pick up all the 11 fire doors.
Wow.
And another guy come in to take all this scrap metal and wires. And then I'm really at a point where I'm just left with the stairs and the insulation. And it's a fuck ton of insulation. But I've been speaking to the skip company today to try and find a good way of getting rid of it. So they're going to get back to me with a possible solution. But I feel like I've really just broken the back of that
demolition.
which is very satisfying. I got that done. Then I went into town, had some errands to run, to go to the bank. I had to go and get some copies of the garage key made. Good old Timpsons.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong with Timpsons.
You can.
Okay, yeah, you
but
probably can.
generally you can't. You know,
Generally.
if you ask for your key in a guitar shape, it might not work on your door. You know, and you might have to go back. Be like, you just give me a normal key. The guitar key didn't work. But generally, Timpsons are good.
I did see like a Batman key.
Yeah.
And I thought, I wanted to go, have I got any keys that you could make a Batman one out of?
Yeah.
But I didn't.
What do you mean? Like, as in,
like, because you have certain different
unprofessional?
keys, don't you? Like Yale and Deadlock, you know,
Yeah.
and stuff. And the Batman one probably might only be able to sculpt with certain ones. Because like my key to the new garage door I had fitted is really weird. It's not like a normal key. Looks like something from Mission Impossible. Do you know what I mean?
Fair.
But I got that done. I got a lovely meal deal from the Tesco because the Timpsons is in the Tesco. I got myself a meal deal. I sat in the car. I just sat in the car and ate a meal deal.
What did you get? What was the meal deal?
Ooh, southern fried chicken wraps.
Yeah, you like them.
Sensible boy, apple and strawberry, snack pot, and a Mountain
Changed
Dew.
man. Fair enough. Do you ever have the chicken Caesar wrap?
No, I've not had the Caesar.
That was my favourite growing up and still is. I went veggie for a few years and had to have something else, but now I'm eating meat again. Oh, chicken Caesar, baby. It's so claggy. I like claggy food.
Clagging up my mayo.
Yeah,
Give me that cummy
it's like,
throat.
It's it's sort of mayo
That's
mixed
the
with
title.
cheese. Mayo
Ask
and
me
cheese.
how I'm spelling coming. Yeah. C-U-M.
Well, great. I'm glad you're feeling perky.
Right, I had to go to the bank and I had to get a sizable amount of cash out. I won't say why, but probably read between the lines. It's been so long since I've withdrawn cash from a cash machine or in person, and I needed more than a cash machine would be able to give me. And I thought, I'll put pride aside. Put pride aside, boy. So I went into HSBC, to the one I had to go to the one in Commercial Road. Because quite a lot of banks now don't do cash. Okay.
Yeah. Mental. Yeah.
And I went in, and they've always got they try and be trendy now in the banks. They try and be trendy, and they've got iPads and stuff. You know, it's not an Apple store.
No.
You've got my money. You've got my money, Dan.
Well, it sounds like they don't. If they don't do cash, where the fuck is it?
Well, yeah, true. It's all just numbers, isn't it?
Yeah. It is, yeah.
And I went up to go. He's like, "You're right." And I said, "Yeah." I said, "This might be an incredibly silly question." He said, "Go on, it's fine." I said, "It's been so long since I've got cash out. What do I do?"
Yeah, good. Yeah.
What? Like, I don't know what.
Yeah.
To do.
I don't know what to do. Yeah.
I don't know what to do. Help me. He was like, "You just need your bank card and photo ID. Go up to the sort of till." Not till, is it?
I've got neither of those things. I'm sorry for wasting your time.
Yeah.
I'll be back.
Then this is interesting. So this is interesting as well. So I needed quite a large sum. She obviously she went, "You're not being coerced, are you?" I was like, "Nah, you're all right." Thorough check. That was it.
Yeah.
You want to get this money out? Yeah. You're not being coerced? Nah. Cool.
Yeah.
Right. So she got the money out, and she got those scales, right? Those really sensitive scales, and she was just stacking 20s on it.
Wow.
Right. And then she turned it round, and it had the amount. She went, "Happy with that?" And I'm like, "I'm putting a lot of trust in the
scales.
accuracy of these scales."
Can't she just count it, or is it like
she didn't
too
count
many
it?
to
She didn't count it. She did say, she was like, "Oh, sorry, they've got those like shutter blinds." She said, "Sorry, I'm just about to go on my lunch, but I just thought I'd get the queue down." So she's eyeing up a Caesar wrap. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
She's wants that claggy throat.
Yeah.
So she's like, "I'm not counting this out. Take me ages." Happy with that? And I went, "Yeah."
Yeah.
I mean, the scale's so sensitive to just a bit of paper, a bit of polymer.
Yeah.
Can tell the difference. You know.
Wow.
Fair play to the lass. I got home, counted it, perfecto.
Why didn't she? Was it? So is it? I know I've just asked this, but was it? I know you said she wants a claggy throat, but was it too much money to count then? Would it take too long? Like,
I
is it
mean,
quicker to
she
do it
should have the
scales,
skills. She should have the skills. What I want to see from my bank teller is a lick of the thumb.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or they have that little pad, don't they?
Yeah.
Lick of the thumb. Probably can't do that since COVID. And then you 1, 2, 3, 4, 10, 4, 5.
£20 going in, jeweler. Hey.
And you want to see that just, 1, 2, 3, 4. Like sometimes when you get currency exchange, they're like, they will just count it out.
Yeah.
Lick of the thumb. And then they go, and you're like, I mean, I'm sure it's too quick, too fast.
Yeah, way too quick.
I'm
way
going
too quick.
1, 2,
Yeah.
3. I'm at that pace. Hey, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Do you reckon that's something they get training in, those bank tellers, in counting money? They say, right.
Do you know, I'll have to ask my mum because my mum used to work in a bank, you know.
Is she?
She used to work for Barclays.
Let's get her on. Call her up. Bring her on the show.
Nah, she's busy.
Well, good. What was the point of that story again? You got some money out?
I just didn't know how to get cash out of the bank.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, I get what you mean. Yeah.
I don't know. Do I need to? Because I know you used to, like, when you paid it in, you had to fill in a slip. I don't know. Is this what you do? Can you still do it? I don't know. It's all digital, baby.
Have you guys got money? Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So anyway, it's been very productive. Then I came home. The little, you know, when you're just like,
why I
so yesterday, So yesterday and today, I've come home covered in sweat, plasterboard dust, which you know, just and I need to have a shower. I've got to have a shower, innit? And yesterday I got home about an hour before I had to leave for my gig. I thought, I really need a shower. Fucking water's not on, is it?
Oh, not again.
So,
or is this a different issue to last time?
Well, the issue I had before, I couldn't stop the water. That was the issue before. The shower was just on, whatever you did. But I looked outside. There's people outside, you know, the sort. There's big blue pipes. There's digging. All right, lads. I try to be cool, you know, one of the... Yeah. I'm a labourer now, do you know what I mean? I've been labouring.
Yeah.
I'm like you now.
Yeah.
I was just checking lads, just checking you turn the water off, yeah? Yeah, I'll be back on soon. Cheers, mate.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck, I can't have a shower before my gig. I cannot go to this gig. No, so I was like, I filled my gig water bottle before in the morning.
Right. Yeah.
I think I'll just have to have a peasant's wash with my gig water. Thankfully, 20 minutes later, the water was back on. Bosh, get this big boy in the shower. Wash me clean.
I do like the, there's no, I don't know. I'm not saying they won in that scenario, but it's like, all right, lads, you turn the water off. Yeah, we did. All right, yeah, cool. It's just like...
Just checking there's nothing wrong.
Just checking you fucked my day up. Yeah, oh, you have? Okay, cool. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna challenge it. Yeah.
And then give it one of them, lest we forget,
Yeah.
Remembrance Day, yeah. There's always like poppies on tradesmen's vans. Weird.
This is it.
So, yeah, now we're doing this. Now, I'm going to go food shopping in a minute. Life is great. Life is great. Yeah. So, anyway, that's what I got. But yeah, I've started posting on the Little Piggy Studios. That's the name. Big reveal. I'm calling it Little Piggy Studios. It's going to be my new home. I'm pretty certain, I'm pretty confident it will all be finished by the end of August. And then I can have September getting it set up, getting my shit in, getting it properly up and running. Do a soft opening, get some recording done just on the sly and ready to go after Vegas. Anyway, Little Piggy Studios on Instagram.
Yeah.
I put a little video up. I've got some more stuff to put up. So if you want to see the build, go follow Little Piggy Studios.
Follow it.
And I'll take you on a journey. There we go. The only other thing, I mean, I know I've spoken pretty much the entire episode.
Yeah, no, it's all good.
The only other thing,
by the way.
Yeah, cool. One thing I've been thinking about while playing, because I've been doing a lot of gigs this year.
Yeah.
Just one thing to think about. I don't even want to discuss it. Something for you to think about. Something for drummers everywhere.
Right.
Is one thing I've been checking myself, you know, and just going, am I using a crash cymbal too much?
Oh, yeah.
Just asking myself that question.
Yeah.
You know, maybe don't hit it there.
Yeah.
Don't have to.
That was a big.
Let's
That was a
see.
big one. We learnt in. I used to do a great class. Any ex-BIM students listening will remember this. Studio musicianship, and we talked about how.
Sorry, George. That sounds like management speak to me.
You know I hate that. But I remember our lecturer Jack Pollitt, unbelievable drummer, would talk about crash cymbals. Do we need them? You know, saying in recording a lot of the time, if you listen to all those classic recordings from, you know, the days when people used to actually record drums, it's like you'd be amazed how often crash cymbals aren't used. It's like live, sure, but he said, you know, sort of you can do a good drum track without once using a crash, you know. So yeah, it is interesting.
Yeah,
But I got my big crash now, so I've got the other way.
Have we talked about your big crash? We have. haven't
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
I went to G Russ.
Yeah.
Of course we did, because I said, "Don't get distracted" or whatever. And you won't
Yes,
get distracted.
absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Um,
No, I find it interesting because you use the crash cymbal to sort of like you know, obviously for impact, for accents,
yeah.
but quite often to signify the sort of start of a section. You know, it's
Yeah.
quite an explosive sort of, psh, you know. But there's some songs where you don't do a crash.
No.
You know, at the start of a section.
Mm.
An obvious one, just think because I played it last night. It Smells Like Teen Spirit.
Mm.
You come out of that heavy riff, and you go to the ding ding.
Yeah.
Then the lyrics come in, but you don't hear a crash at the start of that.
No.
So there we go.
There you go.
That's all I got. You okay?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm in a very good mood too, as well. You know, when all your eggs get in their basket, it's good. It's
That old phrase. Yeah.
yeah, that old phrase. No, I'm moving to a new flat in Hove,
Oh yeah. When?
end of August, and I got all my references confirmed today, because there was like one last thing that needed to be confirmed, and it said like, you know, George.
Tell me who you are.
Well, it said, George, we've had it pop up that you only make 11 grand a year. And I was like, I don't think so. And
I'm not made of money.
I wish, but they were like, this isn't enough or something. I was like, hang on, whoa. So I had to call the estate agent, and he was like, oh, it's be all right. Just send off your this and that, you know.
You go,
And
yeah,
he was
I
like,
earn 11 grand to the tax man. That's
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
HMRC think I do, but in reality, you know what I mean?
You joke, but anyway, so I but then it all got sorted, and he called me.
Why
like
do you think I
5
got
minutes
cash out of the bank?
And he was like, hey man, it was all good. You're all fine. All that's left to do now is sign the contract and pay a deposit. I was like, oh, cool. And I got this call while I was at my new job. I never bang on about, I mean, I do. My God, I talked about the bakery job to no end. But this job I don't need to talk about. It's an admin job. It's in the day. It's part-time. It fits amazingly well around gigs because my boss is a friend and understands that I play gigs. So it'd be like, as long as you get your hours done, do them when you want, you know. Like, because like next week I've got Thursday, Friday, Saturday I'm gigging, and so I was just like, I'll just do Monday.
The
to
classic
Wednesday.
trifecta.
This is it. But it was just nice. It was just like, oh, and the new flat's like 20 minutes from the job, 20-minute walk. So it's like it's setting up a nice little fresh start, you know. New job, new place to live, and then everything music-wise can carry on building around that. So yeah, I'm in a good mood as well. I wanted to talk about, because we haven't done much drum chat, I just want to talk about the Oasis stuff.
Yeah, they've...
Most importantly, the drummer.
This new band I've heard of, yeah.
The drummer, I want to pronounce his name right, Joey Waronka. Dangerously close to another word, you know. And if he fucked up the gig, my God, easy nickname.
You can see the Reddit comments already.
This is it. I can't get over how good he is as a drummer. I don't think there's ever been a more perfect Oasis drummer. I'll try not to bang on about it too much, but every single night, Elliot, if you're listening, every single evening, I'm not joking, it's every single evening, he sends me about 5 videos from the Oasis reunion gigs. Just go, look at this. Isn't this amazing? And I'm like, it is amazing. But the drummer has fucking nailed the tempo of every single song. Like, I don't know if they've really said to him like, right, we want it to be like this, or I don't imagine he's on to Click, because I feel like Oasis are too old school for Click. But he's just fucking every single song. You're like, that is perfect. That is the recorded version, and not only that, but I think the drummers before him,
stiff. Nah.
the drummers before him were very like, I don't know. They'd add things. They'd add a lot of extra, like, you know. Even if you listen to like Supersonic, you listen to the recorded version, it is just like kick, snare, kick, snare. And then the drummers after that first drummer kind of sped up the song and, you know, made it like do da do 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 da do do da do do da. And I do feel like he's just gone back to like whatever the recorded version is and kind of taken away all of those fucking extra bits, you know. Because the drummer after Tony McCarroll, Alan White, I'll try not to go on too much of a thing, but he did have a bit more, I don't know, he had extra flair to his playing, you know, and that's what made the second album sound different to the first. But I think this drummer is kind of honouring how the first album sounded, like no other Oasis drummer, and being like,
why do 4 kick drums when I can just do 2?
Yeah.
The money's the same.
Money's the same. But it's funny, if you watch him play, if there's like videos of him
what he's getting paid. I wonder what he's getting paid. I'd love to know.
Yeah, I've got a vague idea. But
it's got to be more than 50 quid a show. Do you know what I mean?
It's got to be more than that. It's got to be
more than 11 grand a year.
Yeah, that's it. But if you watch him play,
Taxman's like, says here, what's his name? Joey. Joey. Says here you've earned £11,000 this year, Joey.
Yeah.
But I did notice you toured with Oasis.
Yeah.
So, can you come in for a meeting?
Yeah. Thing is, though, it might be that. I mean, it's not going to be that, but do you know what I mean? What if Liam and Noel are really stingy? You never know. I'd do the
gig. Could just be
for
function fee, 250.
Could be function fee. You'd be, yeah.
Plus travel.
But the last thing I'll say about him is, because otherwise I will bang on about him entirely. I'm a massive fan. He's instantly become one of my favourite drummers. But if you watch him play, he looks kind of a bit, and I'm not saying this in a rude way, but it might sound rude, he looks kind of all awkward and sort of nerdy. I'll show you a video of him. You know, he's this guy, he's wearing glasses, and he looks quite stiff. He looks like he's sort of just learning how to play the drums. But it sounds amazing. But, you know, the comments are like, who's that guy on the drums? He looks like he, you know, shouldn't be there. And other people are like, no. He's amazing, but he just looks a bit like, I don't know. But yeah, I just had to say that. I think they've fucking knocked out the park.
I guess that's the thing, isn't it? Like, you get this, the trades guys I've had around the house doing the new studio, good blokes, you know.
Yeah.
Salt of the earth. You know, they know a drummer or they find out I'm a drummer, you know.
Yeah.
Every one of them, have you seen that big bearded Spanish guy on YouTube?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
I've had that, yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, and I have to sort of say, like, because they're like, oh, he's good in it. I'm like, yeah, what he's doing is ridiculous.
Yeah.
But it's a bit of a thing because,
Yeah.
you know, we know the story. Like,
Yeah.
you're not going to do that in Oasis, are you? Do you know what I mean? So I wonder if the public are going, Joey Wanker's not. He's not. It's not good. What?
He doesn't
special.
look. He doesn't look the part. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. He's not playing Don't Look Back in Anger whilst with a cowbell on his snare drum, drinking a coffee.
Even I mean, yeah, good joke. But even just like
One-handed.
the haircut, do you know what I mean? I think like if they had someone in who just looks like one of the Gallagher brothers, be like, oh yeah, he's a great drummer. Look at him, you know.
Yeah.
He's wearing a
They've got
parka.
their
and he's
accountant on drums. You know
yeah, honestly, it looks like that, but it's like, but my God, does it sound
that's
great?
the
But
job,
even,
isn't it? That's what you got to do. That's what, you know.
it's what you got to do. But yeah, props to him because I'm glad they've got him rather than any of the past Oasis drummers. You know what I mean? I think he's better than anyone they've ever had just from watching it. You know, just in terms of honouring the songs. You know,
if Noel and Liam gave you a ring,
well,
right, they gave you a
had
ring.
this chat so many times. Yeah, go on in different ways.
And they said,
go on.
They said, Giorgio,
Yeah,
we love what you're doing. We love the pod.
yeah.
It's great.
Yeah.
It's right up our alley.
Yeah.
We've seen the crowd you're playing to with the Lainey Wilson tribute. We know you can chart a song.
Yeah.
Obviously, you're playing Don't Look Back in Anger pretty much most weeks.
More than we've played it in the last 10 years.
We're in a pickle. We're in a pickle.
Yeah.
We've sorted out the brother thing. We're okay now. You know, we've reformed because divorces are expensive. But the dilemma is we've got Joey Waronka.
Yeah.
He's brilliant, right?
Yeah.
He is nailing this.
Yeah.
We're really happy. And we know you love a bloody good nailing. We know you'd love it. But we'd also like to give you a shot.
Yeah.
Would you, Giorgio Pickering, go, I want to do the gig?
Yeah. Yeah.
Or would you go, no, you found the perfect match?
That's a good question. That's a good question. Because if it was any of the past Oasis drummers, I'd do it in a heartbeat. Not saying I'm better, but you know. But he's so good. He's so perfect for the job that maybe. I mean, I'd like to say that, but also, no. I'd take the gig. I'd take the gig. Yeah. But my God, it's just I've never seen just a drummer be like, oh yeah, that is it. That is how it should sound. You know. I don't know what he's. Maybe we should have him on. You know, we'll find a way.
Sure. Yeah.
Because, but yeah,
we'll await his email. He'll call.
He'll come back. He'll come after you've called him
He'll
a wanker 7 times.
That's affectionate.
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about Ozzy before we wrap up? I don't know how much time.
Yeah, I mean, you know, as drummers, one thing we have to get right is timing. And I think the Osbournes got it right, didn't they?
Yeah.
Did that big show, innit? Back to the beginning. And then, bosh, a couple of weeks later,
dead.
Bye-bye, Ozzy. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's weird, isn't it? Because they will die eventually.
It's almost... So, I've not been ill for ages. Right. I'm not bragging because my body is crumbling from the inside. Right?
Yeah.
Even drumming the last couple of weeks because I've just been constantly smashing plasterboard and wood with using a hammer, claw hammer to get screws out and stuff like that. You know, even playing last night, I was like, I got to stop these 8th notes on these fast punk songs. Yeah. I've just got to go. I got to go to Cratchits, baby, or quarter notes for our American listeners. Yeah, because my arm is just like strained, you know. But I said, sort of joke, like, I'm not going to get ill until the build is finished. Yeah, and then once it's all done, I'm going to be sick as a dog. Like, my body is going, no time to get ill.
Be like me at that festival when I had that fever.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. And I think Ozzy did that show and he was like, I can die now.
Yeah, well, there was a video. I mean, that's exactly what it was. And there was a video of him talking about retirement. There's an old interview, and it is funny. Someone goes, "Do you ever think about retiring, Ozzy?" He goes, "Yeah, I thought about it. I thought about retirement." But
he sounds exactly like that.
You got to have something to retire too. He said his dad worked, all his life, and then as soon as he retired, he said, "Oh, I really want to dig up the garden." And he said he dug up the garden and he died, So that was that. And it was just like, he's kind of got a point, It's like, if you, once I retire, I'll do this, So, and then you do it and you're like, well, what have I got to live for now, It's,
absolutely.
But there was
a carrot on a stick. You
need a carrot. I'll say one more thing. There was a devastating, not to end on a downer, there was a devastating interview of him where he's like, my mind is still there, but my body's failing me. And he was just like, I've got things to do. I've got shows to do. I've got. I knew you'd make it about yourself, but he was just like, I've got stuff to do. And he was like, I'm not done yet. I'm not done. I'm still here, but my body's falling apart. So that must be.
Speaking of bodies falling apart, on Friday, so tomorrow, day after this comes out, after the old hospital, innit?
Oh, is it the scan?
No, it's the actual injection. I'm getting my actual spine injection on Friday morning. Yeah. I've tried to not think about it because I'm thinking, I don't know what it's going to be like. Do you know what I mean?
Did the doctor say it will hurt,
No, that's the next thing if the injections don't work.
God, that's even worse.
That's an series of injections where they don't anaesthetise me. Because they need to know where the pain's coming from. This one is, I think, local anaesthetic and some sedatives.
Right.
And then they'll let me go home once I've had a wee, apparently.
Why? Is that a kink
just to make sure you're functioning okay or something.
Right, okay.
I don't know. He might be clumsy, the surgeon, and just... oh, that's your bladder or something, or you know. But yeah, I got to be at the hospital in Southampton. I've got to be there at 7:30 a.m. Oh,
God, it's all early starts at the moment, are you, innit?
I know. Honestly, I get to 9 o'clock now, and I'm like, I'm fucked.
That would be a lion for you. Oh, 7:30.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Great.
So yeah, see how that goes.
Nice.
Got a gig the next day. Hopefully, I'll be okay. We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
Let's wrap up, boy, because I got to go Tesco, innit? I got to go Tesco.
Yep. Yeah.
I got
Tesco.
I got Tesco, mate. Thanks for listening. I hope you're all in a good mood, and I hope we've, steadied your mood, raised it, lowered it, either way.
We don't want to lower it.
No, we're not going to lower it. No, definitely not. Nah.
That was one syllable. Yeah, go on.
It was a sentence in one noise. But yeah, go follow Little Piggy on Instagram, Little Piggy Studios. Obviously follow Drum and Drummer Pod Cast. Get in touch. Tell us what your favourite meal deal is. Yeah. Live on the edge. If you're having sushi, I don't think we can be friends. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to Drum and Drummer. You can find us on Instagram at Drum and Drummer Podcast. And you can send us an email to drumanddrummerpod@gmail.com. Remember, just pick up the sticks and twat it.